Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's games announced for the first week of October, so let's get started. The setting is Japan after most of humanity has died out during the Great Destruction. The base is a village at the foot of Mount Fuji, which has been devastated, and the hero of course is Pochi, who has been revived by a mysterious old scientist named Dr. Minchi, who's now gone missing. Metal Dogs is an exploration and treasure hunting based action game with rockets strapped into cute dogs who are ready for tons of mayhem. Travel across the futuristic city of Pantheon to destroy and subdue those who betrayed Aeon while still fighting for your mind, free will, and those who are looking to control your body. Experience a unique beat 'em up introducing breakneck, risk-rewarding gameplay, innovative AI, and tactical fighting, all packed in an incredible art style. There is a little bit of drama surrounding this game's original reveal back on the official PlayStation 5 reveal presentation, but now the game is set to launch on October 14th, so whatever the situation was between the publisher and the developer seems to have been sorted out. Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream, continues the story of Sophie's and Plachna's many adventures. After leaving Sophie's hometown of Kirchenbell, the pair discovers a huge tree identical to the one that Plachna had seen in a dream. As they get closer to it, a mysterious vortex pulls them inside for Sophie to find herself in a brand new world. Parties now consist of 6 members, and the developers are promising that many visual improvements seen in the Rises series will be in full display here. Kaku's Lost Pets takes place in a cartoon world where players need to rescue a series of brainwashed pets being held captive by a robot frog. The game has many colorful areas to explore with lots of collectibles, hidden secrets to find, and puzzles to solve. Expect to see environments that include ancient temples, lush forests, ice cream mountains, and even haunted pizzerias. Victory Heat Rally has players choosing a driver, customizing their car, and racing to victory. It supports 12 characters, 12 different cars, 36 different stages, 12 different locations, and split-screen multiplayer support. In terms of modes, you'll be getting arcade, time attack, rally modes, and much more. There's also plenty of unlockable content between bonus minigames, Easter eggs, and even things post-launch. Little Gator Game is built around the idea of uninterrupted exploration and childlike whimsy, with a story not about heroes who change the world or wicked anti-heroes who learn the error of their ways, but instead of heroes who learn about being better friends without ever losing their heart of gold. Aside from being an adventure platformer, Rainbow Belly and the Curse of the Leviathan also has RPG, creature collecting, and puzzle elements. The whole game follows the main character Billy, who's on a journey to bring color back to the world. And going along with the overall peaceful experience of the game, there isn't really any fighting. Instead, Billy and his companions must build trust to successfully resolve the engagements. Lost treasures, ancient burial grounds, curious owl shopkeepers, and altars containing the essence of powerful gods await you scattered across the land. Harness powerful summons and obtain new items that will give you even more options to fight. Discover the ancient Celtic world of Gauls, mixed with some unique legends from Swiss and Germanic folklore when Helvetii launches next year. Available right now on the Nintendo Switch's eShop, Touhou Genso Wanderer Lotus Labyrinth R is a dungeon crawler featuring an oversized party system, where players can have dozens of partners tagging along for their adventure. Aside from the usual main party, it's possible to assign partners to an entire other team with their very own leaders, which can then act independently and separately. This now marks the 10th release of a Touhou project game onto the hybrid system. Hero.exe is a part tactical action RPG, part collectible card game, and part visual novel, taking inspiration from Mega Man Battle Network and One Step from Eden. This current Kickstarter project that's aiming for a Switch release is not slated to come out until early 2024, so it might be a while until we see it on our glorious Switch 2. Get ready to assault the enemy's base and get your desired revenge with a top-down perspective, twin-stick controls, and sci-fi mood to explore the enemy's base that's full of dangers. The BSO will make you feel the tension of space revenge, offering over 40 missions and 14 story-driven levels, plus tons of bosses to take down. Dusk has players taking on an onslaught of mystical backwater cultists, possessed militants, and even darker forces as you attempt to discover what just lurks between the earth. The game is including 3 campaign episodes and various weapons like sickles, swords, crossbows, rifles, dual-wielded double-barrel shotguns, as well as plenty of grenades and of course rocket launchers. After the long war with the humans, the few androids that remain in Arcadia are running out of anima. This is the energy that gives the old robots consciousness. It's up to Alma to find a way to recover her memories and save her friends of becoming unsighted. Explore the vast ruins of Arcadia using every tool you can find because the clock is constantly ticking. Evertried is a tactical roguelike set in the afterlife where players take the role on the fallen warriors who must ascend the mysterious tower by defeating enemies in turn-based combat. Each floor presents a unique challenge to overcome through wits, strategy, and tons of positioning. The players must make clever use of attacks, movements, and skills on top of hazards to make sure that every one of the enemies higher up levels are taken down in a typical tower defense fashion. The game will be launching on October 21st. Tangling a web of high-intensity, twin-stick, arcade-style action, Black Widow Recharged is just like it was back in the days, but with a modern-day neon refresh paying tribute to the original vector graphics. Defend the nest at all costs with a wide array of power-ups. Couch co-op is supported and even online leaderboards as well. The game is launching on October 28th. The Metroidvania platformer in which you play as a shape-shifting sheep alien zoologist who's also tasked with exploring the uncharted planet Sebron and also collecting samples from living species, Sheppo has no combat whatsoever, but it has plenty of platforming and exploration. Collect eggs and transform into creatures you come in contact with to find a way to get ahead and finally reach the end of an area. Travel around the unique open world where monsters and golf coexist. Get your best scores in 6 unique environments and beat the monsters whenever you can. And whenever you're resting, do not forget to help the people with their quest because every encounter matters. Thanks to the class system, you'll also get new skills and special items on top of a brand new look. Barricades is a side-scrolling tower defense game that combines survival mechanics such as resource gathering, crafting, and upgrading with the aim of preceding and defending the cradle against endless hordes of zombie-like creatures. Explore the underground world for resources, exploit them as best as possible, and gain valuable blueprints and upgrades whenever you can acquire them. In the Taco Kingdom deep under the sea, soup is the only mundane meal everyone eats, but Princess Takarita is deeply dissatisfied with this demand. So she makes a brand new dish to spice up her life as she decides to venture up to the land where the culture is different and also surprising. Once there, she has a fated encounter with french fries and a love story begins. Lynn, the girl drawn on puzzles, focuses on a story about Lynn's unexpected journey in the art world made by a nine-tailed fox. The game features majestic scenery and unique characters and story illustrations, while over 100 puzzles await the players to challenges and mess with your expectations. Drake Lacasse, who's looking to rebuild his life after the unfortunate mishap, has to balance his life between making new friends, training on the tennis court, and keeping up with his studies. By interacting with characters, you can also build strong bonds to acquire perks for your customizations on the court. Play solo or via co-op when it launches on October 8th. SGC Short Games Collection No. 1 is a series of collaborative works between game developers from all around the world and nerd monkeys. To publish the games, the respect of the player's time and focus on keeping the scope of the game development sustainable while allowing creativity to shine. The game is already available on the Switch. This high-octane smorgasbord of brick-breaking, mole-mashing, and ball-busting action includes 3 separate games: Anton Ball Arcade, Punch Ball and Anton Ball, and Versus Anton Ball. Anton Ball Deluxe comes with 69 levels, 21 characters to unlock, local co-op support for up to 4 players, and is available right now. And that's all the game announcements we'll be covering this week. Tokyo Game Show came with a bit of a whimper. The reveals for just about all of the consoles were minimal at best, and it was more like the traditional affair, where developers and publishers opt out to simply update information on already revealed games from either Gamescom or E3 and treat Tokyo Game Show as a supplementary place to showcase to a new audience. It's a far cry from what Tokyo Game Show used to be. With all that said, the real drama regarding the Switch Pro came back all of a sudden this week, and I made a video about that breaking down all of the issues. So far, all we do know is that Nintendo does in fact have a couple of DLSS patents in the works, and those are actually official. Obviously that's all for future reference, and they won't be part of the OLED or the base Switch, so only time will tell if the Pro turns into a Switch 4K or the actual Switch 2. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!